I am so glad you are here. Ooh, something strange happened, but I'm still glad you're here. It is Energy Sunday in my world, and I thought we would talk today about how to start connecting with energies. So if this is new for you, this is your cast. If you're a veteran at this, you might find some good suggestions in here too. But I'm going to suggest you start by chilling out. It is very hard to sense what's going on around you in any way. If you are super anxious or scattered or just not calm, cool, collected, not as a presentation to everyone else, but to yourself. So take a minute and chill. Some people would call this meditating. And I invite you to check out the Monday lives, which are Meditation Mondays. If you haven't run across those yet, that's your 5 minutes of Zen every week. What can I say? But beyond that, if you're at that stage already, like you've meditated and you don't really sense energy, you don't think very well, and it's kind of frustrating, I have an easy one for you to try. Go to your local rock shop or go to our website and order some stones. You'll want some different ones. You'll want 2 or 3 at least, but you just want some tumbled stones. They're not super expensive. On our website, they are sold by the ounce, and you're going to get 1 to 5 stones, depending on the stone you ordered and the size it came in when we got it in. But here's an example of a clear quartz. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to set out one of each of the different kinds of stones you bought, the 2 or the 3 or however many, and get yourself calm. Do that little meditation thing you do to make yourself able to sense the world around you better. And then pick up one of these stones and feel it. Now, maybe you feel it in your dominant hand, like I've got this one in my right hand. Then try it in the other hand, your non-dominant hand. For some of you, it might be dramatically different because you're very handed on one side or the other. For those of us who can write with both hands, it might not make much difference, and that's okay. Your mileage is going to be your mileage. Your experience is going to be your experience. So feel that stone. Give yourself at least a couple of minutes. You can close your eyes and just continue to breathe deeply and see what you feel as you hold this stone emotionally, physically, in response to the stone being in your hand, all of the facets of your experience, which is going to take a little time. Then put it down and pick up the next stone and do exactly the same thing. Spend at least a couple minutes just experiencing what it's like to hold that stone in your hands. The reason I like stones for this exercise is that we don't tend to attach a lot to them, at least not in anything I've ever read, other than our own personal experience. You can do this with other things. You can do this with objects around your home. You can do this with plants. You can go outside and find some different plants and do it with those. The hesitation I have with both of those is that you're looking at what you're picking up, so you know what it is you're picking up in advance. And if there's an emotional charge to a thing because you have a history with it or you have specific thoughts about it, you're going to sense that rather than just the stone itself. But if it's a stone you haven't been much exposed to, maybe you bought some stones somewhere, you set them out where they would catch some moonlight as a nice cleanse, very safe cleanse, by the way. Some stones should not be submerged. Some stones should not be exposed to sunlight if you can avoid it. Most of us have fewer specific attachments to our stones. If you have specific attachments to a particular type of stone, avoid that one. Grab something you aren't familiar with. And we're doing that so that the slate is as clean as possible. I once heard the story of a lovely man's meditation on dandelion, and it became this rant about how dandelions hate us because we're always mowing them down. I'm going to argue they love us because they always grow near our homes. So maybe there was some personal baggage involved with the fact that he was made to mow the lawn as a kid. I don't know. I don't know his story, but it sounded personal, like his personal psyche, rather than developing a relationship with the plant itself. I just think it's easier to start with stones. So grab yourself some stones if you're unfamiliar with energy and meditate, calm yourself down, and then experience each one. And if 2 minutes is not enough time, that's okay. Take one with you everywhere you go for a week. Just put it in a pocket and keep it on you for a week and see what life feels like each of those days. And then trade out the stone and do it for another week. If it takes you a long time to pick up on those energies and develop the sensitivities you need, that's fair. I don't expect to know everything overnight would be my advice. And I'm always reminded of a very practical example of this. One of my instructors in a medical field described his own experience becoming a surgeon. And one of the things he was told to do is go buy an onion skin paper Bible. These are very thin paper Bibles that you can find. Take a hair, put it on, open up the Bible, put it on the page, fold one page over, just like move one page so it's on top, and feel the hair. And then do it with 2 pages, and then with 3 pages. And as he would get more sensitive to being able to feel that tiny little hair, you could actually get quite a few pages in and feel the hair in a way that you can't the first time you do that. It's just not possible because you haven't worked the nervous system the right way for a long enough period of time to be attuned to do the work you're trying to do. The same holds true with these stones, plants, or anything else you're trying to sense the energy of. It takes time to develop the sensitivity you need to do it really well. So give yourself permission to work with it for a while, just as like I gave myself permission to run way over time today. Have an amazing week, you guys. Have fun playing with this stuff. And on behalf of myself and the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis, thank you so much for being your amazing, magical you. We love that about you here. I hope you get to see me again in this format soon. Give it a like, do all the magic things, hype, depending on what system you're watching us on. The QR code, if you're seeing it, is going to take you to the stone section of our website. And of course, the website should be in a banner on the screen. That's magusbooks.com. Blessed be.